Hello again, my name is Rodney Reynolds and welcome to another video review. Today I'll be looking at the Trios 2. What is included in this package are 3 ATA 133 cables and a cable here which goes from the card into your motherboard. This is the control panel, and also you get 2-sided sticky tape here to stick this anywhere you want. Also included are identifying stickers. These you can stick to your hard drives to identify which ones are 1, 2, and 3. This is a power splitter. These go plugged into the hard drive, then this goes plugged into the card. Also right here we have an extended power cable. This goes plugged into the motherboard, then this goes plugged into the power supply feed, then this goes plugged into the card. You'll also get a manual and the card itself. The whole purpose behind a product like this is to allow you to have 3 different hard drives and have a different operating system on each hard drive and make it very easy for you to switch back and forth as you wish from one to the other. It makes it, again, extremely simple to do. Now I just want to go through exactly how all this is set up. The first thing to do is to really configure the jumper settings on your hard drive. Now that's shown in the manual how you go about doing that. The next thing to do is connect all of these 3 different ATA cables into the Trios 2 if you're using, of course, 3 hard drives. If there's 2, only use 2, etc. Then after that's done, you want to pop this card into the motherboard, then connect the different hard drives to these cables, and then connect this motherboard cable into the card and then into the motherboard itself. Then you want to connect these different power cables here, and then lastly connect the control panel. Let me detail the procedure involved in setting all this up. The first thing to do is to grab your hard drives and refer to the manual and do the different jumper settings you're going to need depending upon which option you choose. The next thing to do is to connect all the different cables to the card, again depending upon the hard drives that you will be using. If you're only using 2 hard drives, of course, just connect 2 cables and then connect those cables into those hard drives. I've connected all 3 here. Then you can plug this cable into the card and then plug this into the motherboard. So let me just recap here. You have these cables which go into the card, then they go to the different hard drives, then this cable goes from the card directly into your motherboard. The next step is to take the card with all these different cables attached and then pop it into a PCI slot on your motherboard. Now once that is inserted, then you want to attach all these cables here to the different hard drives and then attach this into the motherboard. Once all the cables have been attached to both the motherboard as well as all the different hard drives, the next step is to attach all the different power cables. Now there's 2 of these. There's one here which goes into the motherboard like so, and then this goes plugged into the power supply feed, then this goes plugged into the card. The other one goes from the card itself, plug this cable into the card first, then this goes plugged into the different hard drives. After all that is done, what you need to do next is to connect the controller into the back of the card. Now that the unit is powered up here, you can get a better idea as to what's going on. This is the different drives, and you can select a single drive by this button right here and cycle through which one you want to boot into. At the very right here we have that activity light, shows you activity of the hard drive. Also there's a neat feature here called Master plus Slave. That gives you an option of choosing one for the master and then go ahead and choose another one for the slave. This is very handy if you're cycling through, for instance, a hard drive that may be an extra zip drive or maybe a CD-ROM drive, and you can do that. You can either have the single drive or you can go ahead and have a master plus a slave. This is a very inexpensive product that really works very, very well. You don't necessarily have to have all hard drives with this product. You could have, for instance, a hard drive, CD-ROM drive, a hard drive, zip drive, or a zip drive and a CD-ROM drive, and you don't need to use this in a boot situation. You don't have to have this to boot off of. You could use it rather just to select different drives when you want to use them. So again, this product is very, very useful, and overall it is a great product. Again, my name is Rodney Reynolds, and this has been another video review. Be sure to check back very soon. I will have a brand new one for you then. Also, be sure to pop into my website at www.3dgameman.com, and while you're there, go into the forums. If you haven't already registered, registration is completely free. Until the next time, take care.